Welcome back, Raider Nation and my champions. This is Eric, and tonight we're going to be covering a topic that I think might be my favorite topic of the whole season, and that is mock drafts. And if you weren't here last year, we had a whole lot of fun with this before the draft. If you don't know what a mock draft is, I'm going to explain exactly what it is. I want to say hello to everybody who's already here. I already see a couple people already in here, and a couple people are already filing in here. I appreciate you guys coming out. We're going to have a lot of fun with this. This is our first live stream doing mock drafts. Now, I know I talked about in the last live stream doing a couple mock drafts and some players in the upcoming NFL draft in April, but there are a few sites I'm going to cover tonight, and I want to share them with you as well and have some fun with it. So without further ado, this is what we're going to be doing. If you're not familiar with the program here, we do what we call the rundown. And this is the format that we have. So we have subjects that we talk about. And then at the end, as always, we have a Q&A session where I get your opinions. I want to know what you guys have to say, what you guys think about this whole situation. So I see you here, Sandy B. I see you here. Hello, Dominique, as well. Matthew was in here, left a comment. I appreciate that as well. I appreciate all of you coming in here, including those who don't necessarily contribute to the chat. It's even better when you do and interact, but if you can only listen, say you're driving home, I understand that. Husker Raider, I see you in here. How you doing? We can talk about Traylon Burks as well. We talked about him last time. Who knows, we might draft him here in the first round. I see you in here. How you doing? So I want to say, first of all, if you're not here live, if you're watching the replay, why not subscribe to the channel if you do enjoy this content? That way you'll be notified. Hit the bell notifications, set it to all. I know it's a lot of hoops to jump through, but you know, that's how YouTube is. Sorry about that. Set your device notifications on the YouTube app to yes, you will accept notifications. That way when we do go live, you will be here live with us and interact with us as well, especially with these types of live streams where we are going to be together doing various mock drafts. So again, this is the rundown. This is our topics. Now, first one I want to talk about with you guys. Now, new year, new season, and basically I want to try to expand some new looks here as far as the website or the actual live stream itself, rather. I like the rundown here, the format, but the problem is it's taken up a whole lot of part of the screen. I've had to overlap things over time. You guys have been here before, so I'm going to a new format. So drum roll please. So you can see here, this is the office here of the head coach here at Allegiant Stadium. Actually it's not, but it kind of does look like it. So here's going to be our new format if you want to check this out right here. So we're going to be having a running ticker down here. This is going to be our rundown that we had on the sides to take up less space. And then we're going to be having the basic topics and questions I want to ask for the live stream itself, have it a little bit more organized. Plus it gives a whole lot more space and room to be putting on graphics and other things. So again, if you do enjoy this, give it a thumbs up like Sandy B says, like and subscribe. I would appreciate that. Now, let's get on to the poll of the week. Now, I put out a poll each and every week. I want to get your opinion. It usually revolves around the upcoming live streams that we're doing, and this one is no exception. So, let's see. Let me get this right here. This is our poll of the week. Basically, I asked you, what should we do with our first round draft pick? That's 22nd overall. That's how we received. Got a lot of votes in here. Majority of you guys want to move down and stock up on some picks. I can't disagree with that. Some of you want to stand pat. That's pretty much almost 90% of the votes there. A few of you want to move up. I said grab an elite player. There might be a couple that I would want to move up, to be honest with you, but I'm for probably either standing pat or actually moving down. We're going to talk about that, ironically, of course, with our mock drafts. And it all depends on who we can move down with. Somebody wants to move up. If a player falls and we can get a good deal, why not get an extra few picks? I said in the last live stream, I feel like about the first 100 picks, there's a lot of talent in this draft, in this NFL draft. If we can move down a few spots and pick up a second or a third, why not do that and stock up? So this is what we're going to be doing. And I'm going to be going through 3 different mock draft websites. There are more. These are the ones I like the most, to be honest with you. And the first one we're going to go over is a one called the NFL Mock Draft Database. Now, for those of you watching, of course, also on the replay, I'm going to be putting links in the descriptions for all of these websites, as well as my past live streams where I talked about salary cap and players I'd want to get in free agency as well. So kind of building up to this. So I'm going to assume when we start doing this and we work together on these draft picks, I'm going to assume that we got the free agents that I wanted to in those previous live streams that I talked about, because frankly, we're not going to be able to fill everything out in the draft, and we're not going to be able to fill everything out in free agency. So free agency is going to happen first in March, then we get to the draft in April, and then we can supplement it with more free agents after that. Pick up players, undrafted free agents, that kind of thing after the draft. So this is, I'm going to go over, like I said, 3 different websites. This is the first one, NFLmockdraft.com or mockdraftdatabase.com. Not bad. They all have their pluses and minuses to these websites. They're all pretty much the same. If you don't really know what a mock draft is, let's see. I'll put a poll out here for you guys in the chat. I want to know if you guys even know what a mock draft is. I bet most of you do. Some of you might not know. So I'm going to explain that right now. Basically, mock draft is a simulation of the upcoming NFL draft in April, and it has an AI where it evaluates all the other teams. You could draft for all the teams or just your own favorite team. We're going to be just drafting for the Raiders, of course, but it takes into account like needs of each and every team, Green Bay, Detroit, etc., and then drafts accordingly to the talent level as well, average draft position. We'll get into that a little bit more, so you can kind of get a flavor of who's going to go where and the type of talent that we can get in the first, at least in the first few rounds. And then kind of after that, it's kind of up for grabs because nobody really knows who's going to go where, especially mid to late rounds. Now, there are a few players that will jump up that you'll see in the draft. You'll see a lot of talk. There are some players like in the Senior Bowl that had a great showing. We'll talk about a few of those when we do these mock drafts, and some that will fall. And also we have the Combine coming up, and that's an evaluation for the coaching staff and personnel of the NFL where these certain individuals, not all, of course, not all college players, but certain ones are invited to do different drills depending on the position, and then they can evaluate accordingly. So let's get into the first one here. It looks like about 60% of you have done this. So again, I just kind of explained what it was. They're all kind of similar. Some of them have pluses, some of them have minuses. As far as the mock draft database, that's the first one we're going to go through. So I already pre-selected. You select the Raiders. And I encourage you guys to be doing this as well on your own time. It's a lot of fun to try to figure out what kind of holes we can fill. We're going to do 7 rounds. I like to set it to fast because some of these are even slow on fast mode, so we don't want to do that. And I just kind of put this RC Mock Draft 1.0. So let's hit the button. So now it's going to start simulating. So we draft 20 seconds. So you're going to be seeing they're going to be plugging in players for each selection for each team here. And then this one's going to be their best available. Now, of course, the rankings are a little kind of questionable from site to site. Some of them are close, some of them are not. I kind of have to go with it because I think one of the other ones is a little bit better with this. I kind of like this website because it's a little, you can see it better. That's why I started with it. I know some of you are watching from your phones, and I can zoom in and you can actually see they have logos and colors. There's one that's a lot better with the actual functionality, but it's really kind of plain Jane. So we will get to that. So here we are, 22nd pick. You can scroll up to see the players that were taken. There you go, Husker. Looks like Minnesota took your guy 12th overall. A lot of offensive tackles here. I wouldn't have minded coming down. Ahmad Gardner. It's another guy I would love to have. I don't think he's going to have. That's a player I think if we're going to move up to go get a guy like that. Drake London's already off the board. I guess they're going to be replacing Landry and OBJ there, of course. Let's see. Jordan Davis, that makes complete sense with the Chargers. Interior defensive line, they need help there. So these are the best available players here. Of course, a quarterback. I'm going to assume that we didn't trade away Derek Carr. I know there's more talk about that. I don't think it's going to happen. So I'm not in the market for a quarterback, especially in the first round. Kenyon Green is here, interior. So this is interior alignments. That's a center guard, if you don't know that. Edge rushers. Chris Olave is here, wide receiver. Trevor Penning, Trent McDuffie, probably the best corner available that will probably be available to us in the first round. I do like Kaiir Elam with his reach. He's kind of a longer, lankier guy. He's kind of smaller, but Trent kind of can do it all. So I wouldn't mind that as well. So I want to get your thoughts. I don't want to just be picking these. I could just do this on my own and just plop the pictures like I did in the last live stream to give you a flavor. I want to get your opinion on these as far as where we go in these drafts and how they fall and the players that come down. This is what's exciting about this. So let's get your opinions right here. Husker Raider says, I don't mind Green. I like Penning there. Dominique says Olave or Leal. Let's see. Yeah, Leal's here. Interior line. So let's see. There's other websites, so the functionality is a little bit different. There's one of these websites where you can pick multiple positionings and then go from there. So personally, if I'm doing this one, I want this guy right here, Trevor Penning. This is a left tackle, a mean streak. This is like an old school Raider guy. And I know he played on the left side, but I'm sure we can plug him in on the right side, no problem. Plus, if something were to happen to Colton Miller, we could put him on the left side as well. There's some concerns about him being a little bit too slow as far as speed rushers. But on the right side, I'm not too concerned about that. Like I said, he plays on the mean streak, and he's a type of guy that can instantly bolster our run blocking as well. So I would want him. I don't know. Let's see what you guys see. Nod, welcome you. I see you in here. You just popped in. You said Penning or Elam. I like those as well. Olave is interesting, but in my scenario, we've already traded for Brandon Cooks, and we traded Cleve Farrell in either a third or a fourth round. I'm going to assume because they're going to give us a full complement of our draft picks at this year's draft. I'm going to assume we gave them the 2023 draft pick, like I said in the previous live stream. So to me, wide receiver would not be a priority in the first round. Plus, there's a lot of talented wide receivers in this draft. Let's see. Penning, loving it. Let's see. I don't want a rookie tackle that we're converting to right tackle like we did last year with Leatherwood. Okay. Got a little bit of thing. Leal, let's see. We kind of need a little bit of a tiebreaker here. Let's see. We got Penning, 2 votes for Penning, 1 Elam. Leal. Like I said, I think this is the pick. Personally, like I said, we have 1 offensive tackle signed right now. In my scenario, we signed Bobby Massey, veteran, for a right tackle. I think we would do wonders for our team if we could get a guy like this in the first round. Again, he plays like an old Raider. I mean, if we're going to be Raiders, this is the kind of guy we need. We need like a road grader attitude, plays on and through the whistle. This would be my pick right here, unless of course you want to trade down. Now we could talk about that. Now with this website, they're all a little bit different. You can offer trades. Now it doesn't really say that, and there's some other websites that'll say, yes, this team wants to trade with you, and some will even say they're going to offer this, and we'll get to those in a minute after we get through here. But now the trading is kind of it's okay. If we'll just go through. We're not going to trade, but I just want to kind of show you. Let's say we want to trade 7 spots with Miami. So you would add this one. Now this is kind of how like a seesaw here. So this is skewed obviously the wrong way. So we're going to add the 29th so it gets a little more even. And see, now we added their 2nd round pick. Now they're saying it's skewed too far this way. So let's see. They're not letting us see. They're saying that's weird. Yeah. So they're saying if we were down 7 spots, we would take their 3rd and 4th round pick. Now they will allow this. See, it's open. If not, it'll be grayed out in this website. Just to let you know, personally, I don't want to trade because I think that we don't need the trade right here. Hang on. Yeah, sorry about that. I'm trying to zoom in so you guys can see it, especially you guys that are on cell phones, because a lot of these sites are a little bit kind of clunky as far as that goes. So I'm trying to do what I can do to better so you can better see this. So it just covered the X. I don't want to trade here. I'm going to take Penning here. There's a lot of I think once we do that, I'm not worried about it. I have Massey, I have him. We can pick up another tackle later on if we want. Again, I went and got Larry Ogunjobi. I'm not too worried about defensive tackle right now. So it looks like there's more Pennings out there. Let's see. So we're going to pick him. Let's see. We'll just put this in here. And they're all a little different. It just says defend your pick. And I'm going to put mean streak. Because he plays with the mean streak. And that's what I want. I want some attitude on the line. So now it's going to go through. Now I set this to fast. You can notice this thing is still slower than slow. So we're going to be going through. Devontae Wyatt would have been a nice player. Didn't fall. It all depends. You could do this 10 times and you're going to have different players fall, of course. That's kind of the fun of this, to try to figure out the best options you can get. So now our next pick is 53. So we filled out the offensive tackle position. I'm not as concerned about it anymore. Now we can go to defensive tackle. We can put somebody over there. Courtney Garrett, welcome here. He said if Devin Lloyd or Davis is there, I'd take them. In this scenario, both of those players were taken before us at 22. The Vikings took your defensive tackle. Let's see. Perry and Winfrey. Yeah, they also took your wide receiver, if you notice that. So maybe you're drafting for them. I don't know. So okay. So what's the position do you think we should go after? Now this is the best available to their rankings, so you can see the rankings here. So we'll just scroll here. Again, it's the functionality is going to be better for you because I had to zoom in so you guys could see this, unfortunately. So it's a little bit clunky as far as that goes, but when you do this on your own, it's going to be a lot better. Jalen Petrie is moving up, but I think he's more of a slot corner than a safety. That's my opinion. I don't think we really need that. Breece Hall, I wouldn't mind getting running back, but not right now. Perry and Winfrey, yes, is. Let's see. Let's see who else was taken. Yeah, a lot of defensive tackles were taken. So maybe in this scenario, Dominique, you might have been right to go that way, but again, a lot of some offensive tackles were taken as well. So. I think right tackle is our most important option heading into this draft. So Dominique says DT, wide receiver, or linebacker. So we can go here. We'll go to defensive line. So this is edge rushers, ends. So Travis Jones, this guy's kind of a beast. another kind of big, powerful, mean kind of guy. Would be a nice compliment. To be honest with you, I'm kind of leaning right there. Farrell and Ridgeway are kind of moving up the draft boards. I don't think they'll last this long once we get to February, or once we get to April rather. Let's see what we got as far as wide receivers. Jalen Tolbert's got a lot of play, small school, pretty good. Christian Watson, same thing. Again, I don't think wide receiver is what we need right now, especially if we get Brandon Cooks. Let's see, Quay Walker, Chad Muma. That would be probably the heir apparent to Denzel Perryman. I don't think we're going to re-sign him after this year. So if we wanted to get him, that's probably where we need him right now. We don't pick again until the 86th pick. Of course, we can make trades if you want to, but I think there's enough talent here to select. So let's see what you're saying here. Jones is cool. He was the lone bright spot at UConn. Chad Muma. So we got some Muma and we got some Jones. So to me, it looks like that's the pick I would be making here. Travis Jones is your pick. I like Jones as well. I think you could put him right next to Ogunjobi. That would be very interesting. So yeah, Husker says we have no defensive tackles. You are correct in that. We have no defensive tackles on the active roster at this time. We do have technically one like on the reserve list. I'm not counting that guy. And we only have one offensive tackle, and that's of course Colt Miller. That's why I was worried about right tackle. I think they're going to keep Leatherwood at right guard, so we needed them. That's why I went and got Massey in free agency in my scenario, and I got Larry Ogunjobi, who could also play a nose tackle if they're going to switch out and do 3-4 kind of back and forth formations like Coach Graham wants to do. I wouldn't mind, honestly, I wouldn't mind Travis Jones here right next to Ogunjobi. I mean, you've basically got four guys that can go after the quarterback, two guys inside that can collapse the pocket. I like that. Muma would be nice. I think he's better suited on the inside. I think he would be better suited if we didn't have Denzel Perryman. If for some reason we trade Perryman, or he does get hurt. Perryman does get hurt. He's had some injuries. He had some injuries with the Chargers. Of course, he had the hip injury with Carolina, and that basically lost his job, and we got him for a song, basically. So that could be an option, but to me, that would be more of a 2023 pick where we could plug him in at starting inside linebacker, the Mike. Sorry, Muma. I like our linebacking core right now. I like it better when we cut Littleton. After June 1st, I'll really like it. And KJ's going to be gone anyway. I'm not worried about that. Divine Diablo and Perryman are pretty good. I wouldn't mind another linebacker. I would like somebody more like Osamoa, more of a outside guy. He's kind of more of a tweener. I'd rather have him than a Muma right now, to be honest. Let's see. But we're going to go by what you want here. Let's see. Looks like it's between Jones and Muma. It looks like Muma is winning here. Chevy Silver Raider, good to see you in here. We're doing our first official mock draft live stream. I call it 1.0. This is our first one. We're doing an NFL mock draft database. Let's see. We'll be happy with the DC extension, or do you want to move on? Let's get to that during the question and answer segment. I prefer to extend him. I did talk about that in my last live stream, but I want to get through these mock drafts because they do take some time if we don't agree. So it looks like Muma. I see 4 votes for Muma. So we're going to go with Chad Muma here. Not necessarily agreeing with that. Travis Jones went right after to Arizona. Like, the rich get richer. They got to replace Calais Campbell anyway. So it's a good pick for them. All right, so now we're at pick 86, third round pick. So we have our linebacker. Brian Asamoah is here. This would be my pick. See, this is where I would have picked Jones and then Asamoah. I think that would have been stronger in my opinion, but you guys want to pick them. This would be great if Perryman gets hurt. Now, he could get hurt. Like I said, he's off injured. Very strong player, makes a hell of a lot of tackles. I could see that. So Brian Asamoah, to me it looks like the pick here. Let's see, as far as tackles, you got Farrell kind of climbing up the boards. Ridgeway's a little bit of a sleeper. In this scenario, though, we're probably going to have to bring Quentin Jefferson back. Maybe even Phylon if his knee's better. I don't know about that. I'm not so sure if we're going to have a starting DT here in this group. May need some grooming. Again, we only have so many picks, of course. You know, once you get to the third, the fourth round, you know, you're trying to find diamonds in the rough here. Let's see. Ridgeway is there right here, 156. Let me scroll up. Sorry about that. Yeah, you can't see it because of the graphic. There we go. Again, I'm trying to zoom this in so you guys can see. Of course, when you do this, you won't have to do this. You get more of the screen. So Ridgeway is there. I see 1 vote for Ridgeway. I see 1 vote for Asamoah. Dominique with 2 votes for Asamoah or a defensive tackle. That could be either way. That's my vote, but Carter is better in my opinion. Do you want to get Carter then? If you're gonna spend 3rd round draft capital and you think Carter's better, you should go get him. And then, or go Asamoah and then hope Ridgeway is here in the 4th round. So remember, we have 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 2 fifths with the Trent Brown nonsense from Patriots, and then a 7th. So we have 7 picks going into the draft. Asamoah. I see Asamoah, so we're going to go with Asamoah. Now this is, again, this is kind of an undersized, think Jeremiah Wusu-Koramoah, something like that. More sideline to sideline guy though. So we're going to go with him 3rd round. So our next draft pick is at 124, 4th round. So it's going to just play through here. So right now we've had offensive tackle and 2 linebackers. So now in this one you can kind of see this is where we're at so far. So inside guy, outside guy, right tackle. Not bad. Not bad so far, guys. So, okay. 4th round. What do we need? Of course, defensive tackle is still looming there. Corners are an option as well. Let's see. These are the corners we have: Jalen Watson, Joshua Williams. I like Cam Taylor-Britt. I think that's a good middle round prospect there. Let's look at Ridgeway is still here. If you want Ridgeway, I think we're very fortunate he's still here. Let's see. That's what we got. So what should we be looking at? You want to look at safety? So you're talking about replacing Jonathan Abram, right? Smoke Monday. A lot of people like Smoke Monday. I don't know if it's because of the name. I mean, he's a good player too, but safety, corner, wide receiver. I'll take a look at the wide receivers that are left here. So we've kind of, by taking the 2 linebackers, of course, a lot of the big name wide receivers are gone as well. I think Ridgeway would be the way to go. I have him as the 6th best defensive tackle. It says Husker Raider. Of course, the combine will tell all. So you guys kind of all over the place. I'm going to go with Ridgeway here. I think that's probably the best pick in the 4th round. I'm going to take a look at where we stand as far as running backs, because I told you I want to get a running back at some point to spell Josh Jacobs, if you're listening. Let's see. Bubba Bolden is okay. Now, with this website, they don't give you a lot of player profiles. That's kind of the downside of this website. I think it looks the best of the 3. It's a lot more colorful, but it lacks in some of this. It does offer some trades, but it's kind of wonky. So let's go with, we're going to go with the quarterback. What? Let's see. Now, some of these sites, they allow you to search players. So you can search names, but they don't do that here. This is the best available. Isaiah Likely is kind of climbing up. I know PFF did a piece on him. He's basically, you know, another receiving tight end. I'm really thinking Ridgeway because we've kind of forsaken that DT spot. And it would be nice to go there. And I see some. Guys are kind of all over the place. So we're going to go with Ridgeway here and let it go. So we're going to have 2 5th-round picks. Let's see, 162, 163 back to back. So we're going to see who is available. Let's see. Brian Robinson Jr. That's not bad. So let's see. Dameon Pierce. Uh-oh, I'm getting excited now. This is a guy I'd want running the ball in the 3rd quarter. I talked to you guys about that last live stream. This guy is very strong lower body, kind of a one-cut guy, and just hit the hole and pound people. That and with the offensive line, I would like that. So Dominic says we need to develop a young quarterback sooner or later. Courtney Garrett says Pierce. Again, I don't want to influence you guys. I want you guys to have put this out as well. And also at this point, if you're saying names, I can't look them up. If there's some kind of sleeper guy you want, just put the position on there. I might not have heard of him. I know some people like Cade Mays. Probably at guard. I think that might be an option later on. But remember, we have back-to-back picks. Jesse Luketa, Penn State, outside guy. We did get Asamoah. This would be kind of a consolation if we didn't get Asamoah, in my opinion. I'm kind of done drafting linebackers. We already drafted 2 in this mock draft. So let's see. Not much left here. Corner. We could look at corner. So we have 2 picks back to back. I'm thinking corner. To me, I would probably take Cam Taylor-Britt and probably Dameon Pierce. That would be my opinion back to back. I want to see what you guys have to say, though. I wouldn't mind a running back right here or even a tight end unless Strong is there. Strong is usually kind of low on the list. Let me see. There he is, Pierre Strong. That's an option too. I think one of these picks needs to be a running back to back up Jacobs, and I want somebody who can pound the ball. Next year has better quarterbacks in the draft. Yeah, we'll see. Nod. Right now, I think I would say Derek Carr is probably going to be our guy for the next 3 seasons. So I would not draft a quarterback this year at all. I would get a cheap backup and just kind of roll with it. So. Look at tight end. All right, so I think corner should be a pick. Pierce Strong, White at running back, and then a wide receiver. So I would say either corner. We have 2 picks: corner, running back, wide receiver. I would say those are probably the positions we need to focus on. So let's see. Javon Healy here. He's a tall kid. I think, honestly, I would probably wait. Let's see. Pierre Strong. Courtney likes Pierre Strong. What do you guys think about Pierre Strong? You guys like Pierre Strong? Go corner. Well, we got 2 picks in a row. Wes Packer, good to see you in here. I didn't see you up there. I see you pop up right there. So, we couldn't go corner. Which corner do you guys want? That would be the big one. So Javon isn't bad either. I think he'll probably last until the 7th round, maybe. Remember, we have 2 5ths, but we don't pick again until the 7th round. All right, let's go with Strong. Pierre Strong. We're going to draft him. Now we pick 164. So I'm thinking corner. Let's see, I'm just scrolling up to see if anybody said anything after that. Let's see. I'm gonna go with Cam Taylor-Britt here. I think that would probably Let's see. I don't know anything about this guy. Fayetteville State, Jalen Armour. Let's see. Let's just go with this, and let's see who. That's another thing about these mock drafts. If you do these, you can see, well, who's going to be available at the next pick, and then you can kind of look back. Well, maybe I should have went this way. You know, if you have number of holes to fill, probably be better off to go here, because there's still going to be a plethora of talent at this other position that you need to stock up on as well. Let's see. Husker Power. Let's see who they have the best overall. Baylor, Kentucky. Let's see. Not a whole lot of talent left. Eric Johnson's kind of a little bit of a sleeper. People are talking about now. Had a pretty decent Senior Bowl. I think he was like a late invite, they said, or something. That could be an option. I mean, we're in the 7th round now, guys. So, you know, picks are going to be few and far between here. Get a tall kid at wide receiver, see if you can groom him. Sounds like Marcel Aitman here in the 7th round. Let's go with him. We'll just go with him. So now the draft is finishing up. We've selected all of our players here. Let's see. And then at the end, it's going to kind of give you an overall here. Let's see. So, let's see. Let me pull it back a little bit so we can see all of our picks here. So this is the summary of all of our picks here. We didn't do any trades here. We'll probably do some more. We'll probably do some trades on the next one. Penning makes sense. Muma, probably would have went Jones here, but that's good anyway for Perryman. Osimo, I think he's flexible. Even if we move on from Abram, maybe we could put him at safety. Definitely outside linebacker candidate. Ridgeway, sleeper. Pierre Strong, solid. I mean, it's not a bad draft overall. So I won't lie, I'm not a fan of us going back to back. Neither am I, Husker. Like I said, I think Jones would have been great there. He's kind of like the mean streak. He's like Penning on the other side of the ball. Put him next to Ogunjobi. Ogunjobi can kind of play nose tackle if you need him. 3. He can kind of go all over. I think his foot will be okay. I think that's probably one of our biggest priorities as far as the free agent market. Just with his flexibility for Coach Graham. Not bad overall. Let's go to the next one. And that's the, we're going to go to Pro Football Focus. Now, if you look, very similar. Hey, Earth Daughter, I just saw you in here. We're going through some mock drafts right now. Trying to get through these as quickly as possible. Just want to give you guys a flavor of what to expect on these. Again, the links are in the description for all the websites that we're going to be going through. And I'm just getting over not bad draft at all, champ. Well, as you guys too, Dominique. And Dominique also says, I don't mind doubling down at linebacker or DT in this draft. Need long-term options there. That's true. Like I said, Perryman, it's going to be one more year. Plissy gets hurt. He's going to want more money. We're probably not going to give it to him. This is going to be... I'm saying the same thing with the Unique Ngakoue. It's his last year here. He's probably going to move on as well. I think that's why we got Malcolm Kuntz to groom him for that position. So... I already set it up, and you can kind of see it looks a little bit different, but it's the same kind of thing. Now it offers. Now you can kind of pause and try to on some of the other sites. This one won't let you start until you hit start draft. So you could go and if you wanted to trade up now and try to make a deal. This is good right here. This little trade acceptance right here. If you can see this, hang on. Let me get to full screen so you can. I know it's up, but that makes it a little bit better. They didn't have this last year, and then they would say you can only have 5 chances to trade. This is Pro Football Focus, by the way. I think I mentioned that earlier, but if I didn't, there you go. They didn't have this, and then you're trying to make deals and you're trying to make them legit, and they would just say deal rejected, deal rejected. I'm like, oh, come on, man. So this is pretty nice. It kind of gives you a feel. So like, say we wanted to move up. We're not going to do this, but trade not accepted. See, I'm giving 2 1s and a 2, 20% chance. I'm just adding more, and then it adds more. So I'm not going to do this. We're just going to start the draft. Unless you guys want. Earth Daughter, thank you. I hope you guys like the new ticker, the new look. There's going to be more to that as the following live streams as we go on. So let's see. It's a great draft because our inside defense is where we have problems at. I agree. Let's just start right now. So this one's a lot faster. You'll notice they go through like crazy right here. So some of the big names, Mod Garner, I would love to get this guy. He's probably the only guy I'd probably want to move up for, kind of an island type corner. But again, then you're giving up a lot of draft capital. Not a whole lot of. It's kind of the usual names. I think they would probably go Jordan Davis here. Chargers, they need DT or try to move down. That's my opinion. Traylon Burks, your guy Husker. So now we're at 22nd. And again, I've zoomed it in. So the functionality is a little bit off, unfortunately. It's kind of the trade-off. Now here it says, this one's a little bit weird. It says they're interested in trading, but they're not going to give you a trade offer. The next site we do will give a trade offer. We're going to go through this one a little bit more quickly. Honestly, I don't want to move down to 48 from 22. If this was like 2, 3, 4 spots, I'll look at it. But a whole round, it's not going to happen. It's too much talent in the first 3 rounds, 2-3 rounds, and we have several holes to fill. I'm not going to do that. So let's take a look. Now this is their rankings. Trent McDuffie's the highest player on the board. They have him ranked 8th overall. Average draft position on their website on these mock drafts is 18th. So both ways we're picking 22nd. So that's a pretty good deal. I don't mind that. Tyler Linderbaum. Arguably, they're saying he's the best interior offensive lineman in the draft. Bernhard Rainman, right here. Kenyon Green. Now this one, I kind of like this one because you can parse this out. So I'm going to look at offensive tackle, and you can kind of sort this. Corner, I'll put corner there. I'm going to put defensive tackle. Those are probably the positions that I would want to draft at 22. Honestly, I don't want to draft a wide receiver at 22. I have Brandon Cooks in my scenario. I could draft a wide receiver later. There's a lot of talent later on. So I sorted by these 3 positions here. So here you go. So I want to get your points of view. There's Penning again. If you want to draft him again, we can draft him again or go another way. We can go another position. Let's see. Defensive tackle or offensive tackle, says Courtney. Forget need time to get the best players. Yes. Dominique says, honestly, if Linderbaum's on the board, you got to draft him. Okay. Well, see the filter. I don't have interior offensive lineman, so he's not on there. So, but I mean, well, screw it. We'll add it right there. Boom. So those 4 positions. So there he is. I kind of like that. Plus, it shows your remaining picks. The problem with this one, it doesn't show the players you pick during this. I haven't seen it. So, like I said, there's pluses and minuses to each one of these websites. So, Linderbaum, I'm not totally against it. If we're gonna, to me, if we do that, we got to move Leatherwood back out to right tackle, or Denzel Good's done, and we're gonna cut him. He's not gonna be back anyway because of the injury. I know we could save like $4 million if we do cut Denzel Good. Move him out or replace John Simpson. Kind of up and down year for him at left guard. Eyes on the road. Stop, Sandy B. Let's see. What would you do with James if you draft Linderbaum? Bench James. That's what I would do. Andre James wasn't that good this year. I mean, he started terribly. Kind of redeemed himself about midway point on. But still, I would say he's probably an average guy at best from what I've seen. Dominic says, James can go. Linderbaum literally can be Hall of Fame center. You know, and this is the fun part of this, you know. This isn't necessarily a position I would necessarily be targeting, but you got a guy like this that falls. I mean, this is where you take him. Like, for example, remember the Chargers? I think it was the year with Colton Miller. We drafted Colton Miller. James fell to them, and they picked him up. They didn't need a safety, but look at him. He's one of their best players on defense. So that might be an option, honestly. So we don't need a center. Linderbaum can move to guard. Yeah, so to me, this is definitely an option. So if we want to look, we can look. Like, say we want to take him because he fell to us, but we also need a right guard. I know he played left, but he can move. Same thing with Penning. Kennard's probably more of a tackle. Or more of a guard. I don't see him as a tackle. I don't think he's quick enough, to be honest with you. Tyler Smith's an interesting prospect as well. So if we do take Linderbaum, that means these guys are probably going to be gone before our next pick. That's what that tells me. 15th, 24 ADP. They're going to be gone by the time we pick in the second round. So that's another thing you got to think about here, right? Let's see. Dominic says you always need great players regardless of the need. That's what I'm saying. If you feel that strongly about a guy who could maybe be a Hall of Fame type guy, that's hard to pass up. Even if it's not your biggest need. And honestly, Andre James isn't that great. It's not the biggest need, but he's not that great. You know, it's not like we're drafting a left tackle here. You know, we have Colton Miller, but what do you guys think? Come on, time's wasting. Arizona's going to pick ahead of us, get their card in. So let me know now. Who do we draft? Let's see. Green is very versatile on the line as well. Pick the best at what you need. Okay, see, we have two philosophies here, so we're going to go. We know he's there. So this is what we need, in my opinion. Offensive right tackle, corner, and DT. And I'm gonna put linebacker because I don't know who made it. I don't want to scroll up right now. Asamoah, he's going to be around later. So I'm looking, honestly, if we're not going to go after McDuffie, which I would not, I would go after one of these guys. Devontae Wyatt is very intriguing at defensive tackle. I think that would be a solid pick here as well. Some good players. They got Jordan Davis down at 39. That's interesting. I think he'll probably go, I'm going to say early second, unless the Chargers pick him at 17. I can see the Chargers moving down and picking this guy like around here. I could totally see that. Maybe Buffalo moves up, gets another wide receiver. So there's a lot of facets to this. Travis Jones, we talked about him in the last one. So let's see what you guys say. Linderbaum. Wyatt, Davis is in there. Yeah, Davis his ranking's pretty low here. 45th, ADP 63, end of the second round. So he might be there in the second round for us. That's what that's telling us right here. So our next pick is the 54th pick. And I don't want to trade a whole round down. Screw that. There's one potential. That's not going to happen. So it looks like Linderbaum. Let's see. Davis or Wyatt? Davis. Wyatt. Linderbaum. We're going to go off the board here. We're going to go with Linderbaum. I'm going to tell you why. Because this is a situation where a player fell down. And this is a good scenario to go with because we can see what happens. How much is this going to affect us as far as filling our holes where we need them versus getting a really good player? So let's go with him. So we'll play this scenario out because the next mock draft they might not fall down. Monte Wyatt. I'm just looking up. I'm scrolling up here. Kennard, I'm not worried about him. Raymond. Penning went to Dallas. Jordan Davis. Yep. Let's see. So we got 4 trade they're interested. No offers here. I don't understand. So you can see these are the 4 teams. We're at 54. The soonest one is 11 picks down. I am not interested in that, personally. It's too early for that nonsense. Unless we could, let's see, 54, and we're going to go 65 and 70. Well, then I'm not going to do it. It's like, screw you. I'm not going to drop down 11 spots when there's a lot of good talent left. All right. So what should we focus on, guys? we went the scenario with the best player, but now we have some other holes to fill. We have the same holes to fill, rather. So let's plug these back in. Corner. Petre is a slot guy. Travis Jones is there. We rolled the dice on that. Some of you were talking about Travis Jones. He showed up. I think some of these are next tier tackles. I'm thinking Jones is probably the best talent there that we need. Like I said, this guy's kind of a smaller slot guy. Yeah, the other side had him as a safety, so they have him as a corner. So that's more a line. ADP rank 45th. We're picking 54. Let's see what else you guys say. Petrie, Jones. We don't need another slot corner. No, we don't. Honestly, we don't. And at this point, I'm kind of tired of picking cornerbacks so high. I was just kind of looking back at the Raider drafts, and I'm like, oh. I mean, what was the last corner that we picked that panned out? Asamoah, maybe? Nnamdi? Woodson? 98? I think Nnamdi was after that, so I think Nnamdi was probably the last corner that panned out for us in either the first or second round. So I'm looking at Travis Jones here. I think he's the best player on the board for what we need. If you guys have an argument for somebody else, speak now. I know Petrie's there, but again, slot corner, second round. Let's see. Going once, going twice, because we're got to move on here. So we fill the spot. I like that. Put him next to Ogunjobi in my scenario. I like that. So our starters on the defensive line are set. All right. So now we're at round 3, pick 86. Let's see. We have a one interested. This is some trash here. Pittsburgh Steelers 138. They're interested. Oh yeah, I bet you are. And we picked twice before them. Were they gonna give us a bunch of this? Nah, that's okay. Let's see. So we need linebacker Leo Chanel. He's been moving up in the draft. More of an inside guy though. This is more of a Perryman replacement in my opinion. Kirby Joseph would be a great free safety if we didn't fill that last year with Merrick. Let's see. We still have offensive tackle, linebacker, and corner. Let's see how they rank these guys. Let's see. Asamoah went before us. Got undercut by the Eagles. Yay, Eagles dropped another linebacker. Tyler Smith's not a bad pick here, to be honest. Kind of a sneaky little sleeper. In my scenario, we have Bobby Massey. Maybe he could learn under him, and maybe plug this guy in. That could be something. Let me see. Sky Moore. You guys want to look at wide receivers? We're gonna put wide receivers in here. We're in the third round. Why not? So this is the ranking. Sky Moore is a little bit light. His big thing is yards after catch. We'll which is good. I'm not knocking him. Third round, that's not a bad selection right there, to be honest with you. Again, though, we've kind of forsaken some of the other spots, mainly offensive tackle. But I mean, that might be the pick. And then we might have to go get two decent veteran tackles then to replace it if we're not going to get a decent one here in the draft. It's another play. So honestly, I like Tyler in the third. Could be a reach. Also, that guard didn't look bad either. Let's see. I didn't plug in the guards. Which guard are you talking about? Let's see. Oh, Parham. Wouldn't be bad either, but we already spent the draft selection on interior lineman. It's going to kind of turn into the last draft, but with instead of linebackers. I don't know. Again, we've got the defensive tackle position set. We picked the center guard that fell in our scenario. We're in round 3. We could go wide receiver. This isn't a bad pick. Linebacker, we could go after Tyler Smith here. Yes. So, I'm going to go with Tyler Smith here. I'm getting a little concerned with the position now because, like I said, we went and got best available in the first round. And we're going to go with him. Let's move on down. 4th round. This is going to be pick number 124. And there we go. Oh, we got five potentials. Look at this. Look at this nonsense right here. It's like 11 picks away. I mean, the Rams. Do they even have any draft picks to trade? Let's take a look. Bunch of nothing. Whole lot of nothing. They got a bunch of 7th round picks. What is this? This is crap. They got nothing. They traded it away for that championship. Yeah, I'm not interested. We'll probably do some more actual trading in the next one. There's some better options. So let's hurry up and get through this. Sky Moore's still here? I'm gonna save the debate. So we got, to me, we got 2 players that fell. That's my opinion. So let's go to our double pick in the 5th round. There we go. 2 options, 174. That's the highest one. Nope. There's not sending us. It all depends. Each one's a little bit different. Right now, they're not sending us anything decent. So let's see. So we filled offensive line, tackle, defensive tackle, and wide receiver. Let's see. Calvin Austin, some corners. Noah Ellis would be decent. I don't know if I want to spend a 5th on him. This is a pure kind of defensive tackle kind of guy. Might be a little high. Let's see what kind of running backs they got here. Pierre Strong. Let's draft him. We got him last time. I want to get at least one running back. And it looks like Pierce went before. Let's see where Pierce went. There he is, right here, 146. And let's go. See what they got as far as corners. Tariq Woolen. I know some of you guys were talking about him. Yeah, let's go with him. It's not bad. 5th round pick. I mean, he could pan out. I'm not so worried about missing out on Ridgeway. We got Jones this time, so I think we're good to go. Now, we don't have a 6th round pick. Now we're going to the 7th. And our last pick. Let's see. Kind of slim pickings. Let's see. What do we have at linebacker? Anything? You guys have anything as far as linebacker? It's a position we didn't really cover in this one, so I'm seeing maybe trades. What is this? Baltimore 231. What are they going to offer? This? No, it's okay. We'll trade in the next one. Let's see. What do you guys think? Percy Butler. Let's see what they have to say. Nothing on them. Oh, they usually have a little bit better. Let's see, Kendrick Duncan. These guys are so far down the list, they don't even care. Let's see. Is it Quadre White? We already drafted a running back, though. That's the problem. We got Pierre Strong in the 5th round. I want to draft 2. Unless you guys want to draft another running back. Let's see. Sty E.J. Perry. Let's go with Darian Butler. We need a linebacker. It's the 7th round. Let's just plug him in. So now we're going to see how we did in this one. It's going to play out. Stay in your seats. Preparing the results. Woo. All right. Now, last year, this was funny because last year when you did this, they would give you grades for this. I don't know if people got mad or what, but they're not giving out grades anymore. So, of course, Linderbaum, we got him. Travis Jones, solid pick. Tyler Smith could be a decent little sleeper pick in the 3rd round. Sky Moore absolutely fell to us strong, backing up Jacobs, and then a couple of the players in the later rounds we could go after. Not bad overall. So let's get to our other one that I want to do, and this is, frankly, I think this is the best simulator around. It's kind of no frills as far as the way it looks, but there's a lot more trading with it. So let's get through this real quick, and we'll kind of close this one out. And I have it already set up, so we're going to draft. This is PFN, Pro Football Network, and let's start this draft right now. So similar type of activity here. They're going to go down the list. Now, this is very interesting. Now, I'm going to click away from this. It'll pop up with trade offers. It has a little phone here. This is pretty cool because not only are they saying they're interested, they're also giving actual draft or trade options here. So the Chiefs want to move up. Screw them. I'm not helping them one bit. I don't really care. That's not a terrible offer, but we don't help the Chiefs. And then the other one's Carolina, 107. And then giving us, if we were rebuilding this year, I might go after this because you get a 1st and a 2nd, and this one's a 3rd for this pick. Because I don't think Carolina's going to be that good next year. That could be a top 10 pick. So, but we're not rebuilding. We're a 10-7 team. I'm not going to trade with the Kansas City Chiefs. Screw them. Let's see what they have. So again, similar type activity. Like I said, no frills here. Linderbaum's here again. we're not drafting him. Courtney, we're not drafting him this time. I don't think we are. I don't want to draft him 2 times. As you can see, we were kind of scrambling to recover positions. We didn't do too bad last draft, but we already played out that scenario. This would be a great time to trade down. Now, we can offer trades if you want to do that. Dean's there, Nakobe Dean. Some people are kind of down on him. He's okay. It's weird that he kind of fell to us. Penning's here again. We picked him in the first mock draft. If you guys are, just came on board here, we're doing mock drafts. We're doing 3. I'm kind of comparing the functionalities. Also, I encourage you guys to go out on your own and look at these. The links are in the description below. Again, if you are enjoying this, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, do all that stuff so you can be involved with this, especially if you're watching this on the replay. So, Traylon Burks is here. Should we go crazy, Husker? Look who's here. Can you guys see this? Like I said, this is probably about as big as I can make this. I can go full screen. That's a little bit better. Again, this one's kind of a no frills as far as the looks. So, Daxton Hill is high on my list as well, but is it a huge need? Nope, it's not a huge need. honestly. Let's see. Quick guy. Honestly, we have Merrick. Linderbaum's appealing though, very appealing. But I don't think we should go there. So I am looking at either Dean, Penning again, or Burks as an outside chance. Now you can sort this again. Now this is a little weird because this will give you all the offense. This will give you all the defense. It's a little weird, but hey. Also, it gives you a chance to search if you want to search for a name. So we're going to go, let's see, wide receivers on the list. Plenty of them there. We're going to go offensive tackles. Let's see. This one they have Bernhard Raymond at 91. And I talked about this in the last live stream when I showed this. I think I grabbed him in the second round. This guy's probably late first, early second. This is garbage right here. So, but I mean, if you want to play the game with this and then bypass offensive tackle here and then get him the next pick, you can do that as well. Let's see. Perrin Winfrey's here. Wyatt's here. That's pretty low for him. I think he'll go higher than 57. Dean or Penning. Dean, Lloyd, or Asamoah would be good at linebacker. Lloyd's gone. 15th. Let's see. Samoa, let's see. Burks could be the number one wide receiver that we need. Yeah. Fala, yeah. Yeah, he's here. Let's see. Isn't he like almost 400 pounds or something? No, like 350, 360, this guy. Let's see. 380. 6'9", 380. Is he bigger than Colton Miller? He might be bigger than Colton Miller. That's saying something. Colton's a big man. Wow. If you want to go with him, we'll go with him. I'm not beyond it. I mean, the first one we kind of went conventional, went with Penning. The next one we went with Linderbaum, but he kind of fell to us. He's back here again. What do you guys want to do this time? You already know my vote. All in for Burks. Burks. He will fall to us in the second round. It might, because he's ranked. He might fall to us because he's ranked 82nd. This is what I'm saying. I like the functionality and where there's a lot of good trades that get popped up in this one, but the rankings aren't that good. PFF has better rankings, so there's all kind of the plus and minuses with these. So, but they're still fun. That's why I like doing them. So, all right. Dun 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 dun. We did it. We did it. We did it. The Chargers want to move up 3 spots and give us a 4th. No, I don't trade with you. Drop down 2 spots. Give up our 7th for a 4th. In the real world, this isn't bad. Do you guys want to do this? Drop down 2 spots and move up from 7th round to 4th round next year. That's not bad, to be honest with you. But if you want to keep all your picks for this year, I know some people say I don't want to trade any picks this year. That one's not bad. Screw the Chargers. I'm not trading with anybody in the division. That's just my opinion. So let's go back to all. Get the. Let's see. A lot of talk about this guy. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. Ignabare. Yeah. But do we really need an edge rusher? I don't think so. Muma's here. We picked him before. Devontae Wyatt's here. Let's see what we got on the offensive tackle side. Big boy's still here. Raymond's still here. He's definitely going to be gone. He probably will be gone before this pick. He definitely will be gone before this pick. Let's see what you guys are saying. What do you like most in the draft? What TT? Eric Hunter. Sorry about that. What defensive tackle do you like most in the draft? Probably Jones. Yeah. I think Davis, I'm not so sure about his endurance. He's a big boy, but I want more flexibility. He's kind of a like one trick pony, one dimensional guy. Let somebody else deal with him. Her daughter. I appreciate that. I appreciate getting audience for both of you. Oh, thank you, Sandy B. I appreciate that. Let's see. Wyatt 100% from Husker Raider. Christian Harris or Wyatt? Wyatt or the big dude? The big dude. I'm thinking Wyatt because in this scenario we could probably get one of these guys in the next go round. So let's do that. Why not? We're having fun with this. Let's take a look at this guy. Oh yeah, Jordan Davis. Actually, I'd rather have Devontae Wyatt from Georgia than Jordan Davis. That's me. Quick guy. Let's do it. Put him up with Ogunjobi. I love it. All right. We are in the third round. We got a couple offers. One from the champion LA Lambs. Drop down. Nope. That's too far down. Look at this. We go down 13. We give up one of our double picks, but also pick up another pick in the fourth round. It's actually higher than our next pick. So this one's not too bad. What do you guys think about this deal with Baltimore Ravens? Put a 1 in for yes or 2 for no. So we're going to trade our third rounder for a couple of fourths, and it looks like a fifth. Let me know. I'm going to keep going here. Well, I accept the trade. It looks like I got 3 1s, so we're going to do it. So we're going to trade and drop down 13 spots and pick and then move up, 50 spots? It's pretty good. Let's do it. Okay, Raymond went 97th overall. We almost had a shot at him here. Asamoah again, we missed him. We only got him in the first draft, so if you haven't watched that, go back and watch the first draft that we did. Logan Hall's not too bad, but we already got the a defensive tackle. Let's see. Let's look at the corners. Woolen's there. Now we draft again at 109, so and then we draft at 124. So we've got some draft capital here. It's not a bad deal. Let's see. McKinley. Let's see. I'm just looking at Asamoah and Raymond. This was probably the two guys we might have been able to want to get here at 99, but it is what it is. Okay, Tyler Smith's here. I think he's the best of the bunch. We haven't addressed this position yet. We're going to take him. Let's see. Clark is solid, actually. Let's see. You want Damone Clark, I see, Husker Raider? All right. We're going to get him just for you. This is going to be your draft, Husker. So if we lose this year, we're firing you as the general manager. Okay, 125. Ridgeway's here. Wouldn't be a bad backup. Woolen's still here at corner. I know we picked him before. That wouldn't be a bad option either. Linebackers. Chenault's here, inside guy. Replacement for Perryman next year if we want to go there. Let's see. We don't draft again till 163. So Ridgeway we got Chenault and Woolen. I think this is probably, let's see, catcher mitts. Size 5X. I like Burke because he can do those jump balls. He's pretty good. And then they run after catch. I talked about that in the last live stream. So it's kind of a high price to pay first rounder, but oh well. I'm good with Woolen. This is pretty much your draft, Husker, so you know. It's all on you, man. It's all on you. Okay, let's see. Let's go to the big board. Let's see. What do we got on as far as running backs go? This is about the time we should get a running back. Pierre Strong's there. My boy Damian Pierce is gone. Where'd he go? Where did he go? Where did he go? Bailey Zappi. Damian Pierce, 130. He's going to be nice. He's going to be a guy that's with the Giants with Saquon Barkley. That's going to be pretty good if they can shore up that line and just not play stupid. They could be in some games just with ball control. Let's get Jerrion Ealy or Devontae Price. Strong's here again. They have him really low. I just want a guy who can run coming soon. He's not even good enough to get a bio on here. That sucks. Let's see, Jerrion Ealy, small guy. No small guys. Yeah, let's go with this guy. I want a nice backup for Jacobs when he gets hurt again. Let's see where Strong goes here. Now we're picking in the 7th round. I'm just looking to see where he went. Let's see, Tyler Batty. See, oh, he's still here. I'm seeing where he got picked. He didn't even get picked. He's in the 7th round. Okay, screw it. We'll pick another running back. There we go. All right. So here you are. Here's their summary. For some reason we can't get it. Let me see if I can back up so you can get all the picks. Ugh. Look how small that is. You guys need an eye chart. Get your glasses ready. Trey Regis, he is a free agent. That doesn't mean he will stay. He might not stay. If you can read that, I got all the draft picks here. If you want, I can zoom in. Like I said, this website, you better get your reading glasses on, son. Traylon Burks, your boy Husker. Devontae Wyatt, solid guy. Tyler Smith again in the 3rd. He's basically our default if we can't get somebody early. Damon Clark, you wanted him. Woolen's not bad. Price, okay. And we basically got 2 guys, so I guess Jalen Richard can go. He's a free agent as well. I think that's it right there. So not bad. Probably our first draft was probably our best. But I want to know what you have to say about it. What do you guys think about that? Did you guys enjoy this? That's number one. Let's go. Of course, we're going to go to our Q&A session right here. And I want to get your opinion on this. Did you guys enjoy doing these mock drafts? If so, we'll do some more. We might probably do at least one more round of these. Once we get a little bit closer, we get a little bit more clarity as far as how the rankings are going to be better suited to what's actually going to happen in April. A lot of times these are a little bit early, but it's fun to do this. It's fun to go through. And frankly, I liked how we went and looked at the different scenarios. Like Lindenbaum fell to us, so screw it. We're going to take him, and okay, now what are we going to do to fill the holes on the rest of the draft? So I had fun. I hope you guys had some fun too. And if you did have fun, why not give this a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, especially if you're watching this on replay. Can't stress this enough. If you're watching this on replay, you're missing out on all the live chat. We got a ton of people in here running around, giving their opinions. I am enjoying them, and we just start picking players and, having fun with this and taking different scenarios and enjoying this whole thing going on here. So, put a 1 in the chat if you enjoyed this and you would want to do this again in the future as far as these mock drafts go. And like I said, I enjoyed these last year when we did these. I actually did a separate video on ranking all of the various websites. I think these are probably the best of the 3. I know some use the Draft Network. Kind kind of iffy on that. I might give it another round. Last year it was really clunky as far as the functionality. I couldn't stand it, and there were a couple other ones I didn't really enjoy. So these are probably the best of the bunch. If some of the functionality on one would be matched with the other, and if PFN wasn't an eye chart, I think if they could make one good one, that would be awesome. But it is what it is. If you took like the PFF rankings and the functionality of PFN, and the visuals of that first one we did, the mock draft database, I think the visuals were good. If you kind of had a baby, that would be the perfect simulator in my opinion. One from Husker Raider, one from Nod, one from Chevy Silver Raider, one from Earth Daughter. Sandy B says, I like it, but I'm still really learning, especially from the chat. Yeah, and Sandy B, I know you're really a Bears fan, but you can select that team and go through it yourself. I think they could probably use some more line help, of course. Tevin Jenkins is going to work out. If a guy like Lindenbaum fell to you guys in the draft, I don't see them passing up a guy like that. I don't see a scenario with that, to be honest with you. They could really solidify that line with Montgomery running the ball. You got Justin Fields there. I don't know what's going to happen with Allen Robinson. Are they going to franchise him again? Is he going to want to sign again? He got a new regime just like us. What's going to happen? But they have to protect their asset, right? Justin Fields. I know he likes to run, but come on. Can't run every play. Let's see, Sandy B says, hit the like button, subscribe, all that. Absolutely. If you're enjoying this, hit the like button, because that's the way, that's telling YouTube that to send it out to more people. That's telling them you enjoy this. And if you enjoy this, other people in Raider Nation can enjoy this as well. That's going to get the word out and help me to put more time in this and all that. And I do appreciate you guys coming out. And again, I have fun with this as well. This is great. Eric Hunter says, what one player would you want in the draft other than the safety from Notre Dame? I said Ahmad Gardner. If we could get somebody like that where we could play him man on the other team's best receiver, I think that would be a hell of an asset. There's no way in hell he's going to fall to 22. I don't think it's worth moving up to get him. But if you wanted to have my perfect scenario, I would do that. If not, get Penning in the first round. I think that's the best option at this point. Leave Leatherwood at guard and put him at right tackle and let him start beating people down. Let's see. 100s from Sandy, I appreciate that. Ones across the board, I appreciate that as well. Nod says, I'm waiting for the draft magazines to hit the newsstands. They should be coming out pretty soon. The NFL draft ones. Absolutely. Because the draft's in late April, so you're going to start seeing those in the next week or two. What was the name of the first site? It's NFL Mock Draft Database, and I put links for all three in the description. So if you just go into the descriptions, you can click it right now. It'll just open up a new window, and you can mess with it after the live stream if you want, So, yeah, all those are in the descriptions, as well as my past videos of, because a lot of times I said, yeah, put them next to Larry Ogunjobi, and if you didn't watch my past videos, you're going to be like, what? We got Ogunjobi? That's my scenario. I want to sign him. If we can plug in like a 3 technique next to him, that would be great. Let's see. Courtney Garrett says, enjoyed how you listen to everyone equally. Well, I try to. You have to. This is for you guys as much as it is for me. That's that's the bottom line with this. I like the interaction. If not, I would just make a straight video and say, there you go. That's it. I want to get your opinion on this as well. I don't know every player in the draft. Nobody does. And especially like all these late round guys, there's some guys, that follow certain schools and say, yeah, this guy's going to come up. I hope we get him, in the 5th round. Like, yeah, cool. I enjoy that. So, let's see. Sandy B said, oh, you're welcome, Eric Hunter. And Sandy B says, Raiders fair and listens to chat opinions. Truly channel for us. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. The combine is Tuesday. We could talk about that next live stream if you guys want to talk about the combine. As far as people that are kind of going up and down, we'll see. I'll probably catch some of it. I'm not real religious about it. I will probably catch like certain players that we might target, see how they do. But we can talk about that in the next live stream as well. Let's see. No, Nod says March 1st through the 7th is the combine. Okay. Yeah, I don't. That would. Yeah, that's next week. Next Tuesday, March 1st. TNV. If you know, you know. Let's see. Sandy B. Man, Hannibal misses you. Gosh. You're cross-chatting over here, daughter. All right, guys. I usually do this for about, if you're new here, like and subscribe and all that, so you're here live if you're watching this on replay. Plus, if you came in late, you missed out maybe on some of the other mock drafts we did. I usually try to keep these to about an hour. Time's precious. I don't want to waste your time, but I do enjoy talking about these. I knew we'd probably run over a little bit because of doing 3 mock drafts. Appreciate that, Courtney. It's great draft show. First time running across this channel. Think it's cool. I appreciate that. So give it a sub. Give it a like. That way, our next live stream, you will not miss it. So you do like the ticker tape. I appreciate that, Sandy B. That's something new for all you new people. We're going to be adding new things as we go on. We're going to be improving as we go, week to week. That's how we're going to do it. Don't worry. Husker Raider says, don't worry. Eventually, you'll follow the dark side. They all do. Yes, absolutely. I guess Eric Hunter says, I guess this gets easier after free agency. Well, Eric, like I said, I put links in the descriptions on previous videos I've done. Now, I've done live streams on these to get your opinion, but I've also condensed them down to regular videos of what I've talked about. So I've talked about potential free agents that we could pick up to plug these holes, and as well as prospective draft picks. So if you haven't looked at those, I'd take a look at those as well. And I tied those into the salary cap. I had a salary cap video estimating how much they would cost and try to fit us into the salary cap to fill these holes. So I do appreciate you guys coming out. Like I said, give it a thumbs up and all that. Subscribe. It does help the channel. It helps the whole thing out. I will see you guys next time. I do appreciate you guys coming out here. I had a lot of fun. I hope you had as much fun as I did doing this. Thanks. And as always, go Raiders.
Ask you something. With all the distractions that you have off the field, how are you able to keep focused on winning football games as you do and do throughout the year?
When you have great coaches, then after you have great coaches, you get great players. You have a great organization, and you tell them one thing: just win, baby.